Hi, my name's Tyler. I'm a student down at the University of Montana, and I wanted to share with you a story of how God just really changed my heart about missions. The time came around for Brian and Debbie Lee to start recruiting for their Kenya Global Project. I didn't want to be a part of that same tradition where, oh, if you're a student in InterVarsity, you're inevitably going to go to Kenya with Brian and Debbie, and God will change your life and crazy things like that. One night, I had a dream, though, that I was in Kenya, and I was lying on the floor of a hut of a shaman in Kenya, and he and another leader in my chapter of InterVarsity were praying over me. And after they were finished praying, they asked me to get up. And when I got up, the shaman turned to me and said, "Tyler, you're going to die here in Africa." And immediately I was just angry, I was scared, I was sad, just all these negative emotions just flooded over me, and I just didn't know what to do. So when I left the hut, I had the other leader beside me, and when I looked down, I realized I was handcuffed to him. And I searched inside my pocket, and I had the key to the handcuffs there. And I realized I could unlock this handcuffs and run. I could get out in a way. But I put the keys back in my pocket because I realized it was more of a comfort to have someone there who wouldn't leave during this time of potential death or pain and suffering. I woke up that morning and went to that leader, and I told him about this crazy dream I had last night. He thought I was a little crazy at first, but after we prayed about it a couple times, he told me that I was going to go to Kenya. I immediately just fought that idea. I was like, I'm not going to Kenya. I said I wasn't going to go. I don't want to go. Why in the world would I go, especially if I'm going to die? He told me that, yeah, I was going to die if I went to Kenya, but it's not going to be the death that I thought it was going to be. It was going to be sort of a spiritual death in a way, a death to this worldview that I've been carrying around, that this lie about what missions is and what my role is. This sort of lie that missions is done in a specific way, that you have to be specifically qualified to go on missions. You have to have this training, you have to have this desire, you have to have this beyond a doubt clear want to go on missions in order to be effective to go on missions. Regardless of how well God could do it on his own, he wanted us to go. He wanted us to come alongside of him and to grow and to be stretched, because he knew it was good for us. The very idea that he wants me there, though, that he wants me to come alongside of him it's just comforting. And it's kind of a beautiful thing in a way as well. It was through that sort of truth that leader spoke into me that I was able to go to Brian and Debbie and apply and go and take that first step to saying yes to what God was inviting me into. God sent me to Kenya that last summer so that I would learn something. Why not take those lessons I learned there and really apply them to my life now? So I suppose my question for you guys is, what makes you think that you're not being called to missions in some capacity? What makes you think that God won't qualify you when he calls you to go to missions? Ask yourself, ask God, what's holding me back? What lies am I holding on to? Is it pride? Is it lack of funding? There are 1,000,001 reasons why it's easy to say no to something that God's inviting you into. But if you ask him, he'll provide a way. And I'm certain of that.